the weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. Weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. We're going to let a few people come in and then we will start the show. You already know what it is. Weekly outlook and prediction, stocks and crypto. All right, we in the building right now. You already know what it is. We got Donnie, GCA, James, Bano, Willie F, Freddie. Also, we are getting crazy amount of subscribers, 15,827 subscribers. We're getting very close to 16K here. If SPY loses this, John, it will don't, bro. Gold line, right? Oh, it's good. AMC is bottomed, by the way. All right, so we got inflation. Oh shit! Let's see if inflation's expected to come out higher. If so, we're gonna have even more bearishness. All right, consensus and forecast. Looks like they're expecting inflation to come down. They're probably going to cook the numbers. Looks like they're expecting inflation to come down. They finna cook the numbers, fam. I had 2 short videos pop off over the weekend. That's why we got so many subscribers, bro. We were at like 15,820 Friday. And just look at the growth we've been occurring, bro, man. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for all the support as of late. Look at this growth. Look at this growth. So remember we had the fake bot spike? The fake bot spike. We spiked up to 15,777. I got rid of all the bots. But look what happened after that. Boom, baby, growth. All the way from 15,025 or 15,725, boom. And look at this big move here. Look at that. We're making moves, baby. I appreciate each and every one of you, man. The channel's really growing really fast. Views are also getting back up as well. So I really appreciate all that. Everybody with all the support, man. You guys have just been insane watching everything, making sure you guys are on point. And it's helping you guys out because I can tell you guys are making money. So the more work you put in, the more that you watch, the more time you put in, the more money you can make, ladies and gentlemen. That is the truth. I wish you all the best, man. I see some of you growing, man. I see a lot of you growing, a lot of you getting better. So I really appreciate it. We're about to break down the weekly outlook and prediction. But we are going to watch possibly this maybe. I don't know if you guys want to watch. Type a 1 in the chat if you want to watch Kamikaze Crash. Elon Simp gets highly.
According to Hindu law,
it's a trading regarded market treatment. It's a trading story. We could watch it if you guys want. It's about 30 minutes. But either way, I'm going to be breaking down. We got lots to talk about, fam. There's a lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. Bro, look at SQQQ, how far it is above 50. I'm saving AMC for last. Don't you guys see what happened last night with AMC? Or don't you guys see what happened with AMC? I'm saving AMC for last. AMC is making a bull flag. So AMC has probably bottomed. AMC has probably bottomed. Dude, we're growing so fast. I can't wait till this week, because this week's going to be so crazy. I think we're going to get a lot of views. I'll make a lot of money. I think this week's going to be a good week. Yeah, I think this week's going to be a good week. We got the best music. Glad to see you guys using the new emojis. Glad to see you guys using the new emojis. Love to see it. I think we're going to get SPY a little bit of recovery to pull back. So let me try to illustrate here. Yeah, this looks perfect. This looks perfect. So we'll probably see a little bit of recovery this week to further downside. We're going to go into a deep bear market, though. A deep bear market. Remember all my predictions that SPY would do this? It's doing exactly what I said it would do. That's why we're blowing up, because all my predictions are coming true. Everybody realized I was right. Everything about Bitcoin to SPY to the meme stocks to SQQQ, it's all coming true. So this is why I'm getting a lot of subscribers now. I think AMC may have bottomed. What up, Gordon? Roaring Lion in the building. Look at AMC, we bounced off the wedge just now. You see how you get the retest? You break out, you get the retest. We just broke out, and now we're getting the retest. Falling red, baby. So there's a good chance AMC may have bottomed. We might have to come back down for a possible double bottom, but there's buy orders down here. So you could see something like this because we have sell orders and there's a lot of short shares. Like we get knocked back down, but we boom. AMC's definitely about to make a move though, bruh. Look at the bullish hammer candle we closed daily time frame. RSI oversold? Oh yeah. Amy about to make a move. AMC has bottomed. GameStop is beginning to rocket. GameStop had a green week last week as predicted. I told you guys GameStop would have a fat green week. Over 11% here on Friday. As you could see, GameStop closed the week up 8% as predicted. Green week for GameStop. Red week for SPY as predicted in last week's weekly outlook and prediction. I'm predicting a green week for Amy, a green week for GameStop, and a red week for SPY. Now, SPY is extremely oversold though, bro. And so we're definitely going to get a bounce unless we start crashing. Because look how far outside the bands we are. So unless we start crashing right now, we are 100% going to get some type of bounce on SPY. Maybe even like all the way up to this gap fill. But then it's just going to dump back down. So I'm going to let everybody know that. Expect like SPY to get some type of bounce before the more, unless we just start crashing, which is very, very possible. We could just start crashing. SQQQ is literally squeezing. It's way outside the bands. Look at SQQQ, baby. RSI is overbought. So either we're going to literally have to keep going or we're going to see pullback. That's the only two options. Like we're going to see massive pullback or we're just going to have to keep rocketing. There's only two in betweens. I'm really taking a risk because it's probably going to be a green week on SPY. I'm really taking a risk, but I think we're so weak that we get a little bit of bounce and continue down. I think we're that weak that we get a little bit of bounce and just continue down. So I'm going to go out on a limb and do red week for SPY, green week for GameStop, and green week for AMC. And AMC is definitely getting a green week in my personal opinion. Look at the bullish hammer candle on the weekly and daily time frame. All right, I think we're just going to make the video, man. We've already been live for what, how long? We've already been live for 30 minutes. Yeah, this could just be like a little hour-long live stream. That's fine. I've been trying to make them like 2 hours, or 3 hours on the weekend, but I want to get this video out by 8 o'clock. So let's see what else we got for you guys that tuned in on the live stream. I appreciate all of you. Why is it repeating? Oh, I also posted this on Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter/X. '2025 movie lineup. So this is looking popping for the 2025 movie lineup, because check it out. We have this one, and we have 2025/2026 right here. Lots of good movies. Type a 1 in the chat if you're excited about Amy going back up. Type a 1 in the chat if you're excited about Amy going back up. Amy finna go back up. Amy finna go back up. We're gonna make a big gap though. We're gonna have to probably fill that gap in the morning. But it's okay. Expect it. SQQQ is up 1% after hours. AMC's up 3% after hours. GameStop's down 1.70% after hours. SPY's gonna get a little bit of bounce. It's gonna definitely bounce, bro. SPY's gonna bounce and go up. There's no way SPY can't bounce. RSI is so oversold, bro. There's no way we don't get some type of bounce before continuing down. So we're going to get a little bit of bounce before continuing down, but I still think it's going to be a red week. Inflation looks like it might come out lower, which could be bullish, and that's going to be on Thursday. And we have FOMC minutes. Holy cow. This week's going to be crazy. I'm just going to have to go with my heart, though, man. Like always, my technicals guide me what I look at. So I'm gonna have to say red week for SPY, green week for Amy, green week for GameStop. We're about to decouple this week. This week's gonna be decoupling week. SPY is down so much and GameStop is up on the week. You guys are seeing we're decoupling, right? Oh, also crypto's getting the flush out. Crypto's gonna get a flush out. Ethereum's gonna come down and fill this gap on the weekly time frame most likely. It's going to be a quick wick down to pop to the upside, not financial advice. So you might get a flush out on some altcoins. Not financial advice. It might be the buying opportunity of a century. We could get a flush out here on the alts. Bitcoin will pull back to like 75, 70K. Maybe like retest the highs of like the 69. 70, but it's gonna find the floor right around there and then pop back to the up. Right here where we consolidated before is where we'll find the floor. So we'll come back down a little bit lower. We'll come back down and get a little bit lower, and then we'll move back to the upside in due time. Can't get it to work. Yeah, but I see a little bit of flush on BT Caesars. I will be buying the dip, not financial advice. I've already started accumulating. I've already started my dollar cost averaging. I'm accumulating during this period of time on crypto. I'm accumulating during this period of time. It looks like ETH might get a flush and then pop back to the upside. If ETH somehow does go back down to $800, that's literally the buy of a century, because that $800 will go back to $4,000. Actually, it will go back to $6,000, $7,000, $10,000. So if I see that, I'm going to buy some ETH for sure. If we do get some type of flush down to the downside. It looks like this double bottom may have played out though, or this double top on ETH may have played out. But if we do lose this level, we would be dropping down to these other levels here. So ETH could get very, very, very cheap, and that's a very, very good buying opportunity in my personal opinion. Imagine if you bought ETH for $800 down here, and you only get a little bit of time. It never stays down there long. And then you let it run up, 320%. And then let's say ETH goes even to a new all-time high, which is what I think will happen. I think we'll come down for a liquidity grab and then go to new all-time highs. You know, it's 800, 1,000% gains. So massive gains, massive opportunities in crypto land about to happen. Not financial advice. Massive gains will be happening in crypto land, and it might be the last chance to get in before the final takeoff of mass adoption, which is coming because the USA is becoming a crypto superpower and everybody else is going to rush to follow them. Also, tariffs are going to make crypto more important, and it's everything happening with the economy, the dollar weakening. Bitcoin is going to become more and more of a reserve. And then once it's already officially United States Reserve, and Texas is about to make a Bitcoin reserve as well. So, I mean, if you don't understand that everybody is going to use Bitcoin as the standard of wealth preservation, then you don't understand anything. The key is to hold Bitcoin right now, not financial advice. Everybody is going to use Bitcoin as the standard of wealth preservation because the dollar is just degradation. It's just degrading more and more. I hope I'm wrong on here on what I see for GameStop, but I'm thinking GameStop's going to see a pull back and then come back down, fill this gap, and pop to the upside. So we might have to retest 22.25 here on GameStop. We're going to see what happens here, though. Hopefully, if GameStop can hold this $23 and then get a push to the upside, that's what I'm hoping. Now, if we can get SPY underneath 500, so if SPY goes underneath 500 and GameStop is above 30.35, we could easily get margin calls and squeeze. All my predictions are coming to fruition, ladies and gentlemen. Everything is happening as I said it would. Crypto might get a flush out, but it will decouple. The flush out's going to be a shakeout, also liquidity grab. It's going to come right down into the buy zones, the fire sale zones maybe real quick, and then wick back up. Massive accumulation. This has been a whole accumulation on Bitcoin the whole time. But I think this week is when we really start to see, because you remember how last week, how GameStop rallied what, 10% in one single day while the market was crashing on a Friday? GameStop rallied what? GameStop rallied 11.5% or 11.25% while SPY was dumping 5.5% plus. GameStop rallied 11.33%. That's insane. We're gonna see the decoupling. My portfolio was up. Like, my whole portfolio was up like 12-14% by the end of the day because of how high SQQQ and GameStop rallied, how hard they rallied. Imagine if AMC, SQQQ, and GameStop go up, and AMC pumped in after hours. So AMC pumped in after hours. Portfolio's up right now. Once the crash happens, AMC, GME, and SQQQ portfolio will go to the moon. So stupid. I'm going to cash that all out and buy NVIDIA and Apple for the low and buy Bitcoin if they flush it out. I'm going to use that, buy that for the low, and I'm going to ride it all back up, baby. And I'm going to turn gains into gains, just like the rich do. Get rich off the crash and then get rich off the bull run. I'm going to do exactly like the rich do. And I want all of you guys to try to do the same. Not financial advice. You got to make your own moves, make your own decisions. Hit that like button. We're almost at 50 likes, y'all. Hit that like button right now. It's called the Grand Master Plan Trade. It's where you take your AMC, GME, and SQQQ gains and then roll them into like blue chip stocks and crypto to make even more gains after this crash. Because I told you guys from the beginning that we would move into a recession/depression, that the economy would get worse. I told you guys that gold will do well. Bitcoin and silver will start to decouple from the markets. Gold and precious metals will do well. Commodities will do well. Then you will see SPY and NASDAQ fall very hard. This AI bubble will pop. And then during that crash, the meme stocks will squeeze. Once SPY is back under 500, we can get close to margin call time. So we want to see SPY under 500. And you all have to understand, as AMC and GME start to go up as the market crashes, that puts even more pressure on the hedge funds. That's the one thing I'm worried about. Inflation said it might come down, so that could be very, very bullish for the market this week. We might honestly see a green week. I might have to switch it up. I'm gonna wait a second here. I might have to switch it up and say we're gonna see a green week, but people are gonna think that means mega rally. That just means slight recovery for this week until a dump next week. But honestly, the market's so weak that we'll probably come up and flush down even harder. SPY has not been able to hold any levels. Unemployment just came out higher. Even if inflation does come out lower, it doesn't really matter. I'm thinking we're going to say red week. I'm going to say red week. I think the crash actually might start this week. So I'm going to just go for red week on SPY, green week on AMC, green week for GME. And I think this week's going to be the week that we see some mega decoupling happening in the meme stocks, where we start to see a lot of proof of concept of what I said is coming, will be coming. I think that's what we're going to start seeing this week here. I think we're going to start seeing mega decoupling. As AMC did rally 3% here in after hours, GameStop rallied 11%. And you have to understand, this is major because indexes are down 20%, 15% from the tops, down in the weeks. Also, we're doing down multiple weeks in a row. Also, we're doing a Discord giveaway April 16th. Discord giveaway next week, April 16th, for members only. So make sure you guys become a member and tune into the streams, because sometimes the family does gifted giveaways where people get memberships. I also do gifted giveaways as well. So make sure you guys become a member for a chance to win a free Discord. Discord right now, value of $100, but honestly the value is so much more than that. You get a lifetime invite to a Discord that gives you access to my exclusive buy and sell signals, plus thousands of other people working to make their way to financial freedom, and we help each other. That's the only way you win in this market, with helping with each other. So here's the predictions if you want to just pause and read them. But basically, Bitcoin rallied to 80 to 100K. That already happened. I called this. I've been talking about this, guys, for a long time. Full-blown recession/depression. Gold, silver do well. So we're going to start moving to this recession/depression even deeper. It's going to take time, especially when the tariffs shock starts to hit. The shock hasn't even hit yet. Wait till you see the price shock when the tariffs actually go into effect and start getting charged. We're going to get a massive spike in inflation. And we're going to get a massive spike in unemployment, and it's just going to really send us into a deep bear market. During this time, any time where you might just see AMC and GME start to move up, but more than that, you might see them start to go into a potential bull run, and maybe have possible short squeezes during this time as well. It's going to be absolutely insane. This might sound like craziness to some people, but based off of all my research for the last I've been in the market since 2016. This is going to be the trade of a lifetime, and I call it my Grand Master Plan trade, where I take my MOAS gains, my squeeze gains, my AMC GME rally gains, my SQQ gains of riding this mega crash that I've been predicting for quite some time, riding it down, and then at the bottom of the crash, buying multiple assets like Nvidia and Apple, because you already know I will call the bottom, because that's what I do. And then I will be buying blue chip stocks like Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft for dirt cheap, riding those to the top and building generational wealth for me and my family. I'm going to be also buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, investing heavily into that. As the future comes, you will see that crypto is going to go into mass adoption, and this might be one of the final flush outs that we will ever see before crypto goes to new all-time highs that we have never fathomed. Altcoins at massive prices, XRP $5, $10, Ethereum at $5,000, $10,000, Bitcoin at $250,000, $500,000. This will be coming soon. I know it sounds crazy, but this will be coming soon. After, if we get this flush out with the stock market, you will see that. But I think Bitcoin's going to hold up pretty well. During the crash, again, you could see some people just getting shaken out, weak hands, and that's what needs to happen as we come down for liquidity. But ladies and gentlemen, I have been spot on about everything from the crash to the Bitcoin rally, calling Bitcoin with the falling wedge, breakout, timing. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, because we've been dialed in with all of this from way back here to the falling wedge to the bull flag here, and I told you we'd top out around 110, 115. We topped out at 109.4. Ladies and gentlemen, lock in for some of the best free technical analysis and predictions that you can find on the web. Got Wims in the building, Banner in the building, Diamond in the building. Freddie, what up? Nvidia is going to go from there's 3 price targets, 80, 60, and 30. 80, 60, and 30. We might see Nvidia come all the way back down to $30. Looks like my first price target's already coming. I gave $80 price target out, and people laughed at that. But they didn't know that I could predict the future. But yeah, remember I made that, I told $80 and people used to laugh at me. Who's laughing now? So first price target's coming up, $80. Then we have $69 to $74, and then we have $32 to $36. Here's all the price targets: 86 gap fill, 74 to 69 gap fill, and 36 to 32 gap fill. I think Bitcoin might get a little bit of a flush, but this is going to be the last time to buy Bitcoin cheap once we get that flush, in my personal opinion. It might be the last time. The United States is about to become a crypto superpower, and then not on top of all of that, other countries are going to rush. And I've been painting the picture very clear on Twitter. Other countries are going to rush and follow. I've been putting out all of the news on crypto, and especially Bitcoin. GameStop will be buying Bitcoin. Michael Saylor's buying Bitcoin. More companies are buying Bitcoin. It's going to be the standard for maintaining wealth. And if you're not in on it, I really, 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 really feel bad for you. Because what's coming, the dollar's going to just degrade to nothing. But Bitcoin's gonna, and it's gonna make the Bitcoin to go to the moon. Notice how the dollar's coming down. I want you guys to notice that as well, and that's gonna make Bitcoin stronger. If the dollar goes under 99, that's gonna make Bitcoin very bullish. The dollar has flushed down hard. So the dollar was at 110. Now it's back down to this major support zone. But if it loses this and goes underneath 99, that's very, very bullish for Bitcoin. And then I've been painting the picture very clear on Twitter. So Pakistan plans to legalize crypto. SEC drops the XRP case. XRP is also about to get in the ETF. I've been painting the picture. XRP lawsuit drop. Bitcoin buy zone. This is the buy zone. Right now we're in crypto fear. Trying to see Bitcoin superpower. Crypto summit. Trump signs to establish strategic crypto reserve, which is absolutely massive. This like went completely under the radar of most people. And then if you heard the speech on crypto, which Trump gave with all of the crypto people, you already know, man, crypto is going to be huge under the Trump presidency for the next 4 years. So we have 4 years of crypto bullishness about to come. This is just the bear market before the next bull market that's going to last probably for 3 years. Bitcoin has literally been in a bear market this whole time. The rally isn't even a bull market. And I'll show you guys why. Because we never even left the green, dude. We never even left the accumulation zone. This has been accumulation the whole time on Bitcoin. I'm telling you, Bitcoin is going to make a massive pump. And there's always a big pump after the halving, but you accumulate first. Look, we have a halving and we accumulate, then we rocket. We have a halving. Right here, this dotted line is the halving. We accumulate in the blue and the green and the purple, and then we rocket. We have a halving. We accumulate in the blue and the green, and then we rocket. We just had another halving. We are accumulating. I'm telling you, we're going to rocket all the way up to like these higher numbers. And this is like 500,000. These numbers are high up there. They're like 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000. We're going to rocket all the way up. Right here, every halving, we accumulate, then we rocket. We accumulate, then we rocket. We accumulate, and then we rocket. We've been accumulating this whole time, bro. After this halving, we're about to rocket. The rainbow is just to signify the different zones. And it's a logarithmic chart. That's why the rainbow works. That's why they call it a rainbow chart. I don't think it has any nefarious meaning or anything like that. I think Trump tariffs are going to work, but in the long run, bro. In the short term, it's going to cause a lot of pain. 100% without a doubt. Alright, let's get ready to make this video because we want to get this thing out by 8:30. I think I've been live for like an hour. Yep, we've been live for an hour exactly. So let's get this video. Got 100 people in the building. If we can somehow get 100 likes, I guess I'll do a gifted giveaway. Yo, this crypto staking shit is starting to add up, man. I'm telling you guys, if you don't know about crypto staking, look into crypto staking. It's where you get interest on your crypto. I've made like, bro, I've made like a lot, like, so it says I made almost 7 Atom over the time. It says I've gotten, let me see, 29 ADA. 8 Polygon. 4 Tezos, like all over from staking. I've gained that over time. Atom. Let me see. It says April 18th. April 3rd. The market's open tomorrow. Who said the market's closed? Why would the market be closed? Why would the market be closed? April 18th, the market is closed. I'm giving away a Discord April 16th. So good thing we didn't pick Friday. Yeah, my portfolio was up 15%, bruh. The SQQQ, AMC, and GME portfolio was up 15%. Markets open tomorrow. I might buy some more AMC tomorrow. If I do, I'll do it live on stream. I think AMC may have bottomed, and it's super cheap right now. I wish I could have got it for $250, bro. That's super dumb cheap. I'd have been fire, man. Okay, you guys are tuning in for the DZ live stream. You're tuning in for the DZ live stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. You already know what it is. We are at, we've been live for an hour now. I'm going to go ahead and do the video so we can get this done by 8 o'clock. Just got a new subscriber, 15,827. 15,827. Shout out to the new subscribers. I appreciate you. 81 likes. 81 likes, y'all. 81 likes. Let's get it. And remember, I'll be doing a Discord giveaway for members. So if you want to become a member, you can just check out this. You could check out this. If you want to become a member, you can check out this right here. You can just click this, iPhone, Android. And then one lucky member is going to get a chance to win a free Discord. Now, the only rules are that you have to be tuned in for the stream. It's going to be April 16th. And I'll try to give you guys a time, but you have to be tuned in to the stream and claim your prize live. And you have to be a member. Those are the only two obligations. What I'll do is I'll put members only chat on, and then we will do the random how I did it last time with how it's random and it picks somebody randomly. And this is just adding values to the members. One lucky winner will win. All right. I don't know what time. Hopefully early. Especially if AMC starts to rally a little bit pre-market. But I think what we're going to see is what I have predicted here. Let's check short shares. Someone's still buying these way out of the money calls for GameStop. $1.5 million only for GameStop. That's pretty bullish. $4.2 million for Amy. They have a lot. They have a lot. I think the news that Amy popped was this. Wait, I posted it. Bro, I posted it, I swear. I guess I didn't. Or was it this one? Yeah, maybe this. No, this isn't it. We got some news on Friday. That's why we had a pop. Dude, they're literally lying. Okay, never mind, never mind. Because AMC moves in versus SPY, that's why. Dude, we had some good news on Friday. It was in the Discord. I thought I posted it. Maybe I only posted it on YouTube. Okay, the market is open on April tomorrow. The next holiday is April 18th. April 18th is the next time the market will be closed. Could have a possible pop on that time. You know how meme stocks like to go on the short week. All right, so I'm gonna predict red week for SPY, green week for AME, green week for GME. Let's go. All right, let's do the video now, ladies and gentlemen. If you watch the video live right now, I need you all to watch the video as well, please. There's 78 people in the building, and that 78 views will help me immensely. So please, even if you watched it now, please drop a like on the video and leave a comment. Please at least do that. The longer you let the video play, the better. If you just click on and off of it, it kind of hurts, but it still helps if you leave a comment and hit like. So please support the channel. Hi, Banna. We're in the building. Let me look for that news on AMC so I can talk about it. Oh, the Minecraft movie is going to do stupid numbers, by the way. So that's going to be very bullish for AMC. The Minecraft movie. Oh, Tron is going to also do big numbers. Look, margin calls are coming. Margin calls are coming. I'm gonna. This is perfect. This is perfect. Okay. We'll talk about that. AMC and GME will pump when SPY gets below 450/500. We should get margin calls around that point, especially if AMC and GME start to go up against the market, which I believe is coming soon. GameStop stock already rallied 11%, while SPY crashed over 5.5%, 5.50% last week. Decoupling. And that is what I believe we will see this week. I think we're going to see more decoupling. Now, I think SPY will get some recovery, but continue to the downside. I'll explain that. But I think we're going to see more decoupling between this week and next week. More proof of concept is what I like to call it. Proof that, yes, indeed, I am going to be correct. Margin calls are coming during massive pullbacks like this. You have to understand, when NASDAQ pulls back 5% in a single day, that's not a joke. Okay, SPY was down in one single week 9%. That is a crash. Anything over 10% is a crash. This was 9% in one single week. Okay, so this is officially crash. We are down over 17% from the top in just a few weeks. We just did a 9% down week. That's huge. So shit's getting crazy, fam. Shit's getting crazy. Thanks, Scotty. I appreciate it. I'm not flexing. I'm not flexing, dude. I'm just sitting in the chair. It just looks like I'm flexing because I've been working out, man. I swear to God, I'm not flexing. If it looks like I'm flexing, it's because I've been working out. So you know how you get that puffed up, like you get that puffiness when you work out every single day. Because you got to remember, I do 100 push-ups every single day at least, and I've been doing pull-ups as well. So I don't really give my body time to recover. So I keep that puffed up look. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, futures are down. Futures are down. So we might even... The stock market's going to 100% crash. Futures are down already. Yep. And the bubble's popping, baby. AI bubble is popping. AI bubble is popping. AI bubble is popping. Futures are down, and this goes perfect with my narrative. So we might even open up lower. We might even open up lower. We might even just open up lower. I'm going to tweet this as well. The AI bubble is popping. And the mega crash, the 2008, the 1999 style crash I foretold about. Okay, I got everything I need for the video, and it's gonna be a banger. I just gotta try to keep it underneath 20 minutes. I got the news that I'm gonna be needing. Futures open up lower. Trump tariffs, chart of death, has Wall Street facing hard reality, AI bubble popping, Bloomberg. Reuters, Wall Street stock futures open sharply lower, and Dow futures fall 1,500 points. So this is huge. Margin calls are coming for AMC and GME. This is AMC and GME news that I'm going to be talking about. Make sure you guys go check that out on Twitter. Help that get out there. Retweet that, like that. Make sure you guys check that out on Twitter. Retweet that, like that. Follow me on Twitter/X if you don't mind. We got the movies for 2025, which I'll talk about for AMC. Yep, I got a great video. Got a great video. Got some spy news, some AMC GME news. All right, let's just make it sure it's not over 20 minutes. And we'll be all right. I think I might buy more AMC. I think I might buy more AMC this week. I think AMC has bottomed. All right, now let me just see what I want to talk about. I want to talk about all of these things on Twitter/X. Futures drop down. Alright, so I want to talk about futures dropping down, AMC and GME margin calls. I tweeted exactly what I wanted to say, so I can just read the tweet. Okay, so just read the tweets on these. There's AMC and GME news. I have the technicals for AMC and GME right here. Green week AMC, green week GME, red week SPY. Just read the tweets. Okay, we're good to go. And remember to make sure for SPY inflation. All right. Inflation set to come out slightly lower, but still inflation spiked. And Trump tariffs will later spike inflation, so this isn't going to be as bullish as people think, but it might add some bullish momentum is what I'm going to let people know. Just give some people a little bit, get a little bit of leeway, but I think we're going to see possible capitulation this week. Possible panic selling this week, but I think we might see some recovery Monday, Tuesday, and then bearishness in the later half of the week. All right, let's go ahead. GME announced, and if GME announces, if GME announces Bitcoin buying, it will pop. That's something I want to try to say too. All right, if you're watching right now, please hit like and subscribe, and also please check out the video. There's over 100 people in here right now, so please, when the video drops, if you don't mind, please, when the video drops, please. Yeah, we're seeing a major flush in altcoins right now. Major flush in altcoins. So it's like, it's definitely getting close to time to buy. And I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to talk about that. There's going to be a flush on crypto and altcoins. So make sure if you're watching right now, please drop a like and comment. I'm about to do the weekly outlook and prediction video live. When the video drops, please like and comment it, please, because there's over 100 people right now. 100 views lost would be damaging. So if you guys don't mind, please check it out. Okay, let's try to do this one take only. We might have to do it 2 takes, but we're going to do our best to try 1 take. Just read the tweets, buddy. It's always hard to get all the information I want to get out in the video because you're literally just doing it like a freestyle. Like I'm just going. Okay, let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? You are back for another video with DataZero. This is your weekly outlook and prediction for stocks and crypto. This video is not financial advice, should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and due diligence before buying any stock or crypto asset. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, facts, data right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this week is going to be truly insane, okay? We have a lot on the table right now, and I want to talk to you about it all. You do not want to miss a second of this video. We're going to be breaking it down. We have some news for AMC, GME, SPY, and so much more. Let's go ahead and hop right in here. So first thing we're looking at here is GameStop. GameStop pulled back here in after hours, and I do want to talk about AMC as well, getting a pump here in after hours. Again, we might start to see AMC and GME start to decouple, okay? You can see that hedge funds are starting to get margin calls. Now, when SPY goes underneath 450/500, we should see margin calls for AMC and GME, especially if AMC and GME can start going up against the market, which I believe is coming soon. If you guys have been following the channel, you guys know about my macro prediction where I've talked about AMC and GME potentially squeezing during this market crash, and I did call for this market crash. The mega crash that I talked about is here. Futures are down. I'm going to talk about it more in the SPY section, but the mega crash is here. We're going to see more downside and potentially see AMC and GME really start to do some things. Now, GameStop impressively last week rallied. Again, I told you guys we'd have a green week for GameStop and a red week for SPY. In yesterday's video, you can see that GameStop impressively rallied to the upside here, over 8% in one single week. So we had a mega rally here for GME stock while SPY pulled back tremendously. Okay, this is huge. This is proof of concept. This is showing you that the meme stocks are starting to decouple, and I believe that is going to happen. Also, AMC rallying here and after hours. AMC with this bullish hammer candle on the weekly time frame and daily time frame. I believe AMC has bottomed, ladies and gentlemen. I believe AMC has bottomed, and there's a good reason why I believe that. You can see that AMC is super cheap right now. I might even buy some more AMC this week. If I do, I will do it live on stream. But you can see that we broke out of the falling wedge. We came back down. We had a retest here. We have these buy orders as well. You can see these buy orders here. This green block is buy orders. So even if AMC did come back down, which I'm expecting it might do, come back down and retest 250, and I'll talk to you guys here about in a second what we need to see for it not to do that, but we might have to come back down, retest 250. We'll probably get a steep bounce to the upside, and that's why I'm thinking AMC very well could have a green week for this week as SPY continues to pull back. Now, even if you don't hold SPY, if you hold AMC and GME, you might want to watch the SPY section so you can really understand the margin calls and stuff like that as well, which I will talk about here, but I'm going to break down more things in SPY. So you can see that we might get a pullback because we have these sell walls here for AMC. They're marked in red right here at about 265 to 270. They're going to try to push us back down. Also, short shares available to borrow for AMC right now at 4.2 million. Cost to borrow slowly rising to the upside, showing us that liquidity is drying up in the background. If you see cost to borrow spike, that's probably because they got a margin call, especially if SPY is underneath 500/450. So cost to borrow is very, very key to watch. If you see it spike, something is going on. The fact that it's trending up is letting us know that liquidity is drying up and something is brewing in the background. Again, cost to borrow is still extremely low. We want to see it at over 1% or higher, but right now cost to borrow is extremely low, but it is trending to the upside in the right direction. GameStop cost to borrow also getting a spike to the upside and maintaining right now. You can see at 0.48%. Same story for cost to borrow. The higher, the better. That means the less short shares they'll be able to get, and it means the more expensive it is for them to short. And it also lets us know that liquidity is drying up in the background. At time of recording, 1.5 million. This could change as early as tomorrow morning. And at time of recording for AMC, 4.2 million. They have a decent amount to try to short AMC back down. But like I stated earlier, we have this bullish hammer candle on the daily time frame, letting us know that we're bullish. We have a bullish hammer candle on the weekly time frame, letting us know that we're bullish. We also oversold here on the daily time frame, which is a very, very good time to buy. Not financial advice. We're oversold here on the weekly time frame, again letting me know that it's a good time to buy. And we have this bullish hammer candle on the weekly time frame, all in conjunction with the retest of the falling wedge. You can see that falling wedge patterns normally have a breakout and then a retest. Well, we have broken out, and now we are retesting the sloping support and resistance as support. You can see the sloping support and resistance here. It's been the overall resistance ever since the top of 550 when we got the dilution. This is how we know that the downtrend is ending, because we broke out of that. And when we got that bounce off of the 280, like I said we would, we broke out of it. We got that little rally that I talked about that we said we would. We came back down, and now we're using it as support, and we got a sharp bounce. This is why I believe AMC stock has potentially bottomed. Now, we could come back down to retest that bottom of $2.50, but I don't believe we're going much lower than $2.50 in my personal opinion, especially with these buy orders here. People are going to be buying AMC up if it does come back down for a retest of that, and then you're going to see a movement to the upside, in my personal opinion, which is going to be starting this week and going into the later halves of the other weeks. So I believe AMC is actually going to start to make a recovery this week, moving in the next week, and I think we could start to see bullishness happen a lot quicker than some people are expecting, especially if we really see SPY start to capitulate and panic selling start to kick in. If panic selling starts to kick in, things are going to get ugly quick, and we're going to move into that margin call zone, and next thing you know, all you're going to do is see a big, out of nowhere, it's just going to be a big fat green candle, and it's going to be out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to be able to prepare for it. It's literally going to be just out of no, boom, craziness. Okay, if we did see a margin call, that's how it would pop off. It would be sudden, fast, and explosive. So get ready and expect the unexpected for meme stocks. In fact, AMC rallied all the way up to about 10% before getting shorted back down, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as far as AMC is concerned, we have multiple gap fills to the upside. This is why I know AMC is going to go back to the upside as well. Multiple things telling us that we're bullish and that we are bottoming. What we need to see here for AMC not to retest $2.50 as support is we need to see AMC hold 267 or 260 as support. If we can do that, then there's a potentiality that we could come and just continue up without retesting that, and I think that's what be happening. I don't think we necessarily have to come back down for $2.50 because I think that AMC is actually about to start seeing a decent move to the upside this week. You can see that we have this gap fill here, and we're going to leave a gap when we open up. So we might see a sharp drop down in the morning, but as long as we hold $2.60, then we could easily see a continuation to the upside. If AMC can break on hold 295 support and resistance, then there's nothing to say that AMC can't go past 309 or 315. And once we get above 315, 325, that's when AMC is going to start pushing more rapidly. I know it's been slow as recently, but if we can get back above 315, 325, you're going to start seeing movement to the upside a lot quicker. And we have multiple gap fills to the upside, letting me know that AMC is going to see a recovery. We also have GameStop also putting pressure on the shorts as well. Nasty double bottom formation here for GameStop. GameStop looking extremely bullish and, like I said, rallying to the upside as the market trends down. GameStop also working on a falling wedge breakout as well. You can see we retested the sloping support and resistance multiple times as support. You can see GameStop has multiple layers of buy orders. GameStop also is forming a double bottom. GameStop also has a gap fill all the way up at $26. So I believe GameStop is about to see a nasty move to the upside. And possibly going to have another explosive green week this week. Again, we really want to see if SPY starts to pull back, but if we start seeing AMC and GME really start to decouple like I think they're going to, I think this is going to be the week where we could potentially see them really start to decouple. Things are going to get crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure you locked in, because I talked about all of these things before they happen, ladies and gentlemen, and we've been talking about these predictions on the macro for quite some time. I told you guys that Bitcoin would rally to 80 to 100K. Then I told you guys AMC and GME would start to decouple, and then I told you guys we would see a crash, a market crash, and then we move into a recession, depression. Gold, silver will do well. Bitcoin will do well. And I'll talk about Bitcoin here in a second, because I know it is pulling back. And AMC and GME stock will squeeze. The last of the shorts will cover when these margin calls do occur, which are starting to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So we are on the right track, and both of the meme stocks look bullish. That's why I have to look at a green week for AMC and a green week for GME this week. So that's what I'm looking at for the meme stocks. GameStop, as far as technicals are concerned and what we could see tomorrow morning, I think we might see a little bit of pullback, okay, in the morning. Futures are down heavily, so we could see a little bit of pullback for the meme stocks. If we go ahead and just pop on 24-hour trading, that might start here soon as well. But you can see we might see a little bit of pullback here for the meme stocks. GameStop has this gap fill at 22.40, so we might have to come back down and retest that, or 22.25 support and resistance. But other than that, I think we're going to start moving back up. If GameStop can hold $23 as support, then there's no reason why then GameStop can't go to 24.42. And then, of course, if it can break above that and 25, then we have this gap fill at 26.27 and 27.32, which GameStop will fill. And that double bottom is looking nasty, especially with the falling wedge breakout as well. So I think GameStop's actually setting up for an explosive move to the upside, possibly here as early as this week, ladies and gentlemen. If we go ahead and look at the call options chain as well, call options chain for both of the meme stocks leaning heavily to the call side, and people are still buying these deep out of the money GameStop calls. If we look at the AMC call options chain, not as explosive, but still weighing heavily to the call option side. This is for the expiration of the 11th. Okay, this is the expiration of the 11th, which is going to be coming up on this Friday. So again, this is what I'm looking at for the meme stocks. Just remember, guys, what we're looking at to try to maintain GameStop. If it can hold $23, then we can start pushing up and be very, very bullish. But I'm thinking we might see an initial pullback in the morning. Also, AMC as well. I'm thinking we might see an initial pullback in the morning. So don't be discouraged if you do see that. But if AMC is able to hold 275, then we could push up towards 295. And of course, if we hold 295, there's a gap fill at 298 to 303. So $3 calls would go in the money, and I could potentially put that out as a play in the Discord as well if we do start to push up. And I might be looking at AMC $3 calls, and personally, I might be buying some AMC stock as well, because RSI is oversold on the daily and weekly time frame. So this is what I'm looking at for AMC and GME. Let's go ahead and move into SPY and show you guys what's going on with SPY, and then we'll go into crypto and then wrap up this video. So again, futures are down hard. I told you guys that this crash would be coming, everybody who's been following my channel for a while, if you're new to this, this might be new to you, but I told you guys that SPY would be crashing. Okay, I told you guys RSI overbought on the monthly time frame. I told you guys every time we had pullbacks after we've seen these conditions. I talked about the bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. I talked about the volume trending down while the price is trending up. I talked about RSI trending down while the price is trending up. But now we are literally crashing. We are down 17% plus from the top. SPY in one single week lost over 9%. This is officially a crash, and futures are down even as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm expecting more downside. We are extremely oversold right now. So what I'm expecting in the morning is we'll probably open up deeply lower. We'll probably be open up deeply lower. But after that, if that is the case, you'll probably see a little bit of recovery, but it's going to lead to more downside. I'm going to have to call for a red week here on SPY, but we want to be careful because there's a few key things in play here. We need to either crash or we're going to see some recovery before we continue down, okay? So if we open up the market much lower, then I'm expecting to see some recovery to pull back, okay? So if we open up and pre-market's a big dump and we have a big dump pre-market, I would expect recovery when the market opens and then continuation to the downside. RSI oversold right now. RSI is extremely oversold. So you can see that we're in RSI oversold on the weekly time frame. Also, if I pop on the Bollinger Bands, you can see that we're way outside of the bands. RSI oversold on the daily time frame. We have multiple gap fills to the upside. So we do want to be careful of this. But ladies and gentlemen, with futures being down, I think we're just going to continue down. And I told you guys we would see SPY having a reckoning like this. I told you guys, people even laughed at me when I said the video would come down to 80, 60, and even as low as 32 bucks, which I do think is going to be the ultimate price target based off of some of these gap fills. This is all happening. The AI bubble is crashing exactly as I predicted. And then you can even go back in some of my videos where I showed SPY literally crashing just like this, that it would literally just keep trending up and then flatten out and then just correct down in a big way. We are now exactly seeing that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all of the major stocks are going to be going with it, and I'm going to be taking my SQQQ gains, which SQQQ is going absolutely crazy. I'm going to be taking my AMC and GME gains and buying blue chip stocks, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, when they hit these lows. If we see this crypto flush out, which I'm expecting, and crypto decouples, which I'm expecting it will, then I'm going to be buying crypto as well. And of course, I'm going to be buying more crypto as well because I accumulate crypto steadily. So SQQQ is inverse of NASDAQ. This is literally one of the best ways to short the bubble. It's risky, 3x leverage. If you buy options on it, you're adding leverage on top of leverage. Be careful, but this is an absolute beast of a stock. You can see it had 31% gains here in one single week, ladies and gentlemen, and the crash hasn't even started yet. SQQ has multiple gap fills to the upside all the way up to almost 80 to 90 bucks, ladies and gentlemen. So SQQ still has a lot of gains left. I'm not telling anyone to buy or sell or anything like this. I am fully invested in SQQ for full disclosure, but this is a way that you can short NASDAQ, not financial advice. Now, you can see that RSI is extremely overbought right now. So we're literally at the spot where we have to keep going and panic selling has to kick in, which I'm thinking we might see this week. Like we might start to see capitulation this week, or we are going to get a recovery. Okay, we are no in between. We're going to get some recovery to the upside, or we're just going to keep crashing because RSI is so oversold. We're so far outside of the bands that either SQQQ has to keep pumping and SPY and NASDAQ has to keep dumping, or we're going to see some recovery. I think we might see some recovery Monday and Tuesday, but then that's going to lead to bearishness throughout the rest of this week. If we do open with futures sharply down, I would expect to see some recovery and then more downside. Things that we want to watch out for as far as data drops, FOMC minutes is going to be absolutely huge. That's going to be on Wednesday. And then inflation looks like it's going to set to be coming down. But with the Trump tariffs, inflation will go higher. So we might get a little tiny bit of relief here on Thursday. But ladies and gentlemen, the overall picture is bad. Unemployment just came out higher, and Trump tariffs will increase inflation in the short term to medium term. So we will see inflation tick up. So things are not looking good. The market does not like this uncertainty, and I do not think we're going to see SPY maintain any type of recovery. I think we're going to see a red week on SPY as we continue this crash, and I believe actually panic selling will kick in, especially if we break back underneath the key level of 500. People are really going to start to panic, and things are going to start to get crazy. Look at the market fear and greed right now, literally sitting at 4. I mean, things are historical right now, and I believe we're about to witness a historical crash, which I did call for. So this is what I'm looking at for SPY in the overall stock market. Again, I believe key stocks like NVIDIA are going to be pulling back. Apple are going to be pulling back, and I will be buying these for the low. I do have a cash position. I'm also going to be making a fat bag off SQQQ, AMC and GME if they do squeeze as predicted. And then I'm going to be buying the bottoms and then riding that up, gains on gains, moving exactly like smart money and rich money do. And I hope everyone else is able to do the same, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what I'm looking at. That's called my Grand Master Plan trade. Some of you guys already know about that, but this is what I plan to do, and I'm fully transparent with you guys. Hit that like button and subscribe to find out what's going to happen before it happens. Let's go ahead and move into BTC, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and then we're going to wrap up this video. We're getting close to that 20-minute mark, so I'm going to do this kind of quick because I try to keep these underneath 20 minutes. But Bitcoin, potentially going to see a little bit more flush to the downside. And I'm going to show you guys here. We also have the Bitcoin chart where the buy orders are. So I can show you guys the buy orders as well. So you can see that we're in these buy order zones, 77 down to 76, 75. A lot of liquidity here for buying 69 to 68. I'm thinking that Bitcoin could come as low as 70, 69, retesting that shortly, and then spiking to the upside. I believe that we are going to see some sell-off as Bitcoin gets sold as liquidity for some of these hedge funds as they get margin called and stuff like that. Also, weak hands getting shaken out. But I believe overall crypto is going to become something different, especially moving into 2025 and 2026. I explained this on the live stream because I did record this live. Every time after the halving, we accumulate and then rocket up. We will go through this accumulation zone between the purple, blue, and light green. And then we rocket up. You can see the halving, we have accumulated, then rocket up. Halving is this line right here. We accumulate, then rocket up. Halving, accumulate, then rocket up. Halving, accumulate, and then rocket up. We have literally been in accumulation also. Bitcoin, fear, and greed. And for full disclosure, I just bought some more Bitcoin and XRP. I will be accumulating crypto during this move down, dollar cost averaging, and buying during this dip, as I do think something historical is coming for BTC. As once we get out of this overall accumulation range, I believe that we're going to move prices as high as 250, 300,000, maybe even as high as 500,000 in the next bull, and that is going to be coming after this dip and going into like late 2025, 2026, 2027, and the bull one could last quite some time. Again, crypto, fear, and greed right now. And fear, you always want to buy fear, sell greed. So that's also some reasons why I think it is a good time to buy. But we could see a flush down on Bitcoin. I believe it's going to come back in these ranges here where we accumulated the bull flag before we came up to the 109.4. I told you guys after we broke out of the bull flag, we'd probably top out at a 110, 115. We went to 109.4. So make sure you guys lock in. I've been extremely accurate on Bitcoin. I also called the rally to the upside at 80 to 100K, as you guys see on the tweet. I called that way before when we broke out of this falling wedge. I told everybody anything under 28K is absolute gold. You can see that we're going to be moving down probably back into that zone based off my prediction, and then probably get a nice spike up off of that liquidity zone. Ethereum does have a gap fill in the weekly time frame down here at 800. So let's say we did see a quick flush down. It would probably be like you've seen before, where you see those quick wicks down and then it pops back to the upside very quickly. So you wouldn't necessarily be able to get buys at that order, but if Ethereum goes anything under $1,000, that's an absolute steal, because I believe that Ethereum is going to be moving to massive price targets: 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, XRP $5, $10, Bitcoin 250, 500,000. These are price targets obviously far out, but I believe this is what we're going to see after this flush out here for crypto. If you don't know what's going on, Trump is literally making the USA a crypto superpower, and the rest of the world is going to follow that to try to keep up with the USA, and they're going to have to keep up with the USA. Companies like GameStop are buying Bitcoin, and again, if GameStop announces that they buy the Bitcoin, that's going to help them making recession proof. Just some quick news here with GameStop, because it is related to BTC, because they will be buying Bitcoin. Once they announce that they buy the Bitcoin, it's going to absolutely blast it off. Also, read this tweet as well. GameStop will hold up during the crash because apes are buying and retail will not sell. So again, companies are buying Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is buying more Bitcoin. More people are making Bitcoin reserves. Like Texas is making Bitcoin reserves. The USA is making Bitcoin reserves. Bitcoin is going to become the standard, especially as we move into this crash, at maintaining and holding wealth. Okay, companies are going to be using it. Countries are going to be using it. Individual people are going to be using it. Everyone's going to be using it to maintain their value because the dollar is going to continue to degrade. And if you look, the dollar's coming down. This is very, very bullish for cryptocurrency. If the dollar goes under 100, that's very, very bullish. So again, I think we're going to move into a very, very difficult market. It's not going to make sense to a lot of people, but I believe that crypto is going to see a flush out and decouple. I believe that the meme stocks are going to squeeze during this crash, which people are going to be confused about, and some other stocks will as well. And I believe that we're going to see a crash and the crypto market decouple. Things are going to be very, very confusing to a lot of people, but not the DZ fam because you paid attention and locked in. This is pretty much everything I have for you guys right now. We're seeing crypto absolutely getting slaughtered, but this is a good buy zone. I might even be buying some more crypto right now. I'm going to be some dollar cost averaging in. I'm just picking up a few, accumulating as we get this flush down. But I think right now altcoins are going for absolute steals at the prices. But right now I think we're getting sold off for liquidity, in my personal opinion, and we could see an initial flush out with the market. Seeing crypto down like this is also letting me know that we're going to see more downside in the stock market. It's getting sold for liquidity, in my personal opinion, and the altcoins are as well. And of course, if Bitcoin pulls back, altcoins will pull back even harder because Bitcoin dominance is so high, and Bitcoin is down almost 6%. So altcoins, of course, are going to flush. So this is what I'm looking at as far as stocks and crypto are concerned. This is your weekly outlook and prediction. If you made it this far, thank you so much, because so few people watch the end, and it helps me out immensely. This was also a long one as well, 24 minutes long, so truly appreciate it. As always, fam, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, that was videos a little bit longer than I wanted, but that's fine. All right, man. Let's fucking get this shit edited. It's almost 8 o'clock already. So yes, let's get this shit edited because we wanted it out by 8:30. We gotta hurry, damn it. I start having too much fun with all of you guys. Alright, we gotta hurry. Yo, I be seeing myself in the camera. I'm definitely getting bigger, bro. I'm definitely getting bigger, bro. Thank you, Lady Nora. Make sure you please hit like on it when the video drops, though. Please and thank you. If you guys don't mind. Thank you, I appreciate it. I need a thumbnail. Come on, give me that fire. I need that fire. I need that fire thumbnail, bro. Oh yeah, I found some. Oh my God. Alright, save this bad boy. Yeah, save this bad boy. This is a hot one. Alright, I found the one I want to use. Oh my God, a super chat, bro. No way, dude. You're the man for that, dude. Bitcoin getting a little bit of bounce. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce. Thank you, 21, for the super chat, bro. Thank you, bro. I can't believe you gave me a super chat. Can't believe we just got a super chat on the weekend. Thank you so much, dude. I truly appreciate that. We're at 700 views, too, on the weekend. This is crazy. Views definitely been going up, so I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, y'all. Y'all have been mad supportive, man. Thank you so much. Okay, after hours is open. GameStop dropped here in after hours. I told you we'd see a pullback. GameStop dropped in after hours and AMC's up. So markets are, and SPY is down crazy. SPY's underneath 400. Holy cow. SQQQ's up 14%. Oh my god. Yo. SQQQ's almost at 60, bruh. Oh my god, SQQQ's gonna make us so fat. I should have put everything in SQQQ, literally everything. It's up so much so fast. It's already up like 100% from the lows, bro. Yeah, it's up over 100% from the lows. Danny Lamb with the gifted. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, now AMC's down. The market's margin calls, bro. Margin calls, bro. We about to get slaughtered. Oh, AMC back up. Yo, expect massive volatility, y'all. Oh my god, the market's crashing. Yo, Danny Lamb with the gifted. So now we have one new member and a gifted on this super chat. Thank you so much. Oh my god, another one, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for giving back to the... Thank you. We just got 2 super chats. Thank you, 21. Thank you, Ace is cool. That's 2 super chats and a gifted on the weekend. That's insane. Thank you all so much. SQQQ just hit 60. Subscribe for more content like this. Yo, thank you, Danny Lamb, for the super chat or for the gifted, and thank you, 21 as well. You guys are crazy. This week is gone. This week's going to be crazy, bro. I try to sell them. I gotta get this video ready. I'm sorry, y'all. Yo, check it. Yo, SQQQ is gonna make us rich. Yo, fam. We're gonna make all our money on the way down. We're gonna make all our money on the way down and buy the bottom.
Alright, ladies. Let's go. Alright, ladies. Go. Alright, ladies. Let's go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so GameStop did pull back. AMC's pulling back as well because the market's so crazy. So we're just going to have to maybe see a capitulation down to pop to the upside, which is like I said about the Volkswagen thing. But SQQQ is going to pay out, and then AMC and GME will pay out when the margins happen. AMC coming down for that 250 retest as we thought it would. And then you're going to have to expect volatility because this happened. Remember how we dropped down in the beginning of the week and then GameStop rallied? So you're going to have to expect this kind of volatility craziness, like massive pops and drops. But there's going to be so much opportunity for people to make money. There's going to be so much opportunity, everybody. I literally called the SQQQ buy signal in the Discord too.
Alright, y'all, that was the video. Alright, y'all, that was the video.
I gave out the $60 price target in the Discord. I gave out multiple price targets in the Discord.
Yo, check. Let's go.
AMC and GME are likely to recover. Yeah, that's what I said. AMC and GME are likely to recover. That's exact. AMC's up now. AMC's likely to recover. Just expect volatility, but I'm telling you, a big, massive boom candle is going to come. Just expect volatility, but a big, massive boom candle will come. All right, I'm rendering the video now. Yo, SQQQ is insane. Oh my God, bro, this is everything I thought it was. SQQQ is gonna make us so fucking fat. And then we're just gonna buy the bottom. I gave out a few price targets for Bitcoin in the video. The video will be dropping here shortly. The video will be dropping here shortly. We have 100 likes. That's insane. One new member and multiple super chats. Thank you so much. I didn't think we'd get any super chats on the weekend. Normally we don't get super chats on the weekend, so thank you, man. I really appreciate that. This thing almost has 1,000 views. What the heck? Hopefully the video gets views. If the video can get like 1,000 views and this has 1,000 views, that's a good day. Especially for the weekend. AMC's back already. AMC's back already. What up, Splendid? What's good? We'll check out Tesla probably in the morning. I'm just kind of really letting things wrap up here. Market just opened because after hours open. SPY's underneath 400. SPY's at 480. It's underneath 500, I mean. It's at 480. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you're seeing this, if you're hearing this. Hit that like button and subscribe to know what's going to happen before it happens. SQQQ, massive gains. We're going to get so rich off of SQQQ and then buy the bottom. I'm buying Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, all them Jones. I'm buying them Jones for dirt cheap.
14, you got another one.
AMC's up even higher, but GameStop's down. I knew we would have to retest 2150 or that's why I had us coming all the way down. We might even come down lower than that. We probably get some recovery before the market opens, but GameStop follows SPY a little sometimes. It needs to decouple. I think we'll see more decoupling soon though. AMC definitely looking very strange, dude. This is wild. And then BlackBerry's also up, which is crazy. And then SQQQ is just up 15%. SQQQ is up 15% already, bro. Dude, we're about to see like 100% week in 1 week for SQQQ. Alright, video is 50% done. Should be ready by 8:30.
14, you got another one.
So let everyone know, 8:30. SQQQ has a gap fill right here at 61 to 62, so looks like we're coming for that gap, man. That's my first price target for SQQQ. Bro, we have 850 views. What is happening? All the video has to do is get 1,000 views and we'll be straight. Thank you all for participating, man. GameStop getting some recovery. Why does it say 81 people in the building? This is crazy. Damn, hopefully this video renders soon. It's only at 68%. What the hell? GameStop diamond hands, baby. GameStop diamond hands. GME diamond hang, baby. Shout out 21 and Danny Lamb for the super chat and gift it, man. Truly appreciate y'all, dude. That's wild. AMC up 1.89%. GameStop down 6.77%. GameStop getting some recovery. This is literally history in the making, yes. This is the big crash I talked about, history in the making. Everything's about to get crazy, and the market's about to be crazier than anyone could never imagine this market, but DataZero family is going to be completely prepared. What's coming, nobody could have imagined, but DataZero family is going to be ready because I predicted it. And once the bottom comes, we're gonna make such a fat bag off this crash. We're gonna buy the bottom. Blaze up, get our money up, do push-ups. All we do is get up. I know they see your boy getting husky. I be seeing myself on the camera and be like, yo, I'm definitely getting bigger. I started doing squats and pull-ups with my push-ups. Yo, we're about to hit 130 likes. This is insane. $900 views, 130 likes. This is insane. You guys have been mad supportive. Thank you so much for tuning in, locking in, man. I appreciate it. 2.5 hour live stream. Let's go. All right, video's rendered. Let's go. Let's drop this bad boy. Make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you guys check it out. Alright, y'all, so the video's uploading now, so I'm getting ready to end this live stream. Thank you all for who was here and who stayed and watched, and I appreciate you guys, man, for all the support. We're at over 800 views, which is, I don't even know how we got that so fast. This has been crazy, man. Thank you guys, man. This is historical, what's coming up. Make sure you get ready to lock in, man, because it's about to just get crazier than anything we've ever seen. It's going to be madness. And I think my predictions will come to fruition, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I've been right so far. So I'm just going to keep doing my best. And hopefully that's good enough. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace out. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the live stream. I'll try to be on early. Alright, yeah, so we're going to be wrapping this live stream up, everybody. See ya, fam. And if you don't mind when the video drops, just please drop a like on the video. Drop a comment on the video. That will help me immensely. 900 views. Wow. Thank you all so much. And as always, y'all, have fun. Stay safe. Make money. Peace.